Hi, my name is Mike Slane with Discount Property Investor, and I wanted to first say thanks for watching this video. I'm going to go into basically the 10 reasons why you should be investing in turnkey rentals across the country. So first off, we'll talk a little bit about what a turnkey rental property is, and there's a couple different ways to define turnkey rental property. I think you're going to find a lot of other wholesalers or real estate agents marketing a turnkey property basically as a vacant property that is move-in ready in a pretty strong tenant-based or rental area. What we like to call a turnkey rental property is a property that is already rented and has a property management company in place. The reason that this is an advantage over just a vacant property or a property in a rental area that's vacant is the property has already passed all the occupancy inspections. Here in St. Louis, there are different municipalities, so some of the inspections are a little bit different. And the property is going to have some systems in place to manage the tenants, collect the rent. They're probably already doing these things on the property. So you've got a true passive investment. From day one, you're going to be able to start collecting rent. The main thing I wanted to focus on, though, is the 10 reasons that you should buy turnkey properties and why it makes sense to invest across the country. First off, you need to know your market. And if you're in a market like on the West Coast or East Coast, you're probably in what's called a cyclical market where you see the property swing from high to lows and there can be sudden crashes, things like that. And it may not necessarily make sense to invest for cash flow in markets like this because the property prices could be significantly higher. You could be looking at maybe in the rental areas prices in the 300,000 plus, and your rents are going to be around maybe $1,500 a month for something like that. Whereas here in St. Louis or in the linear markets where you're going to see a much steadier appreciation over time, you can buy properties in rental areas for as little as 25, well, I guess a true turnkey probably around $35,000 to $65,000. And those type of properties can generate between $900 and $1,200 a month. So your return on investment from day one on a turnkey is going to be closer to about 22%, whereas in one of those higher priced markets, you're looking at around maybe 6%. So that's why it might make sense to invest across the country in areas in the Midwest. I suggest markets like St. Louis or Memphis. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm a St. Louisan, so I purchase and sell properties here. But without any more intro, let's go ahead and get started on the 10 reasons to buy a turnkey rental. First, a turnkey rental provides cash flow from the day that you buy it. The first day that you buy that turnkey and have a tenant in place, it's already making money. Number two, it's less work than a normal rental. A turnkey property is already managed, rented, repaired, so you don't need to find any contractors, you don't need to find tenants, anything like that. Turnkey rentals are easy to find. You can find and buy a turnkey rental property in almost any market based on how quickly you're able to locate a reliable provider. And that's something I'd encourage you to do sometime after you select a market that you want to invest in, is flesh out the provider and make sure that they're able to tell you reliable things, make sure that their work that they've done to the properties, if they rehabbed it, is quality work, etc. Number four, they provide an above average return on investment. Most turnkey rental properties are going to provide you an average of 10 to 15% or higher. The returns begin from day one, so you're not waiting for it. You're not, again, it's a similar thing. You don't have to repair the property, you don't have to place tenants and wait until you finally start making a return. Number five, they provide diversification. So a turnkey rental gives you your portfolio, if you're already heavily invested in stocks and bonds, some diversification into the real estate market. The sixth reason is they provide diversification, and I'm not repeating myself, but if you build a portfolio in one city and you're investing across the country or investing in different markets, you've also got diversification in your real estate portfolio. So if anything were to happen, an economic issue in one city is not going to necessarily destroy your portfolio. We recommend actually investing in 2 to 3 markets, and it just kind of depends on the size of your portfolio. I would say that you probably want to build up and get economies of scale. So you want to get at least 5 or 10 properties in a market before maybe moving on to the next one, so that you're not managing, 3 property managers for 3 properties in 3 different cities. That's just too much. You want to definitely have one reliable property manager in a city, or multiple in the city, before you move on to that next one. I think that makes the most sense. The 7th reason is that turnkey rental properties can be purchased for cash. So it's often difficult for foreign investors to get financing on properties in the United States, and most of these rentals, I mean, you can find some as cheap as about $30,000, and it's just easier to buy with cash. The 8th reason you should be investing in turnkeys across the country is you can invest your existing retirement savings. If you have a self-directed IRA or 401k, you can invest in turnkey rentals. And if you check out the link in this article, I actually discussed this on my podcast with Patrick Hagan of the Interest Group. The Interest Group runs a self-directed IRA. I mean, it's a self-directed IRA company. So they will help you with this. They'll help you from setup all the way through the purchase process. And you do want to allow a few days lead time if you're planning on buying through your 401k. But definitely get it set up, and then you want to allow for a couple extra days to get the funding in place. Number 9, you maintain control over your investments. And this is often an overlooked benefit of investing in turnkey rentals. And it's unlike the stock market, where when you purchase a stock, you don't have any control over that company's management or the dividends that they pay, anything with that company, including the price of the stock. So when you're planning to retire, you don't know if that stock's going to be worth $1,000 or a penny. I mean, you have no control over that. Whereas your rental portfolio, historically, prices have appreciated in almost all markets in the United States. But you've also got the ability to control the property, and the longer you own a turnkey, the property manager, the tenants in place, the amount you're charging for rent, the location of the property, anything regarding the property, you control. So that's a huge benefit to investing in turnkey rentals. The 10th reason and final reason is they can help you decrease your tax bill. By investing in real estate, and I'm not a licensed CPA, definitely talk with yours first, but by owning real estate, you're opening up a large variety of first tax deductions, and you can actually increase your income while decreasing your taxable income. So there's some huge write-offs you can have with rental property depreciation. If you're able to finance or refinance either property, the mortgage interest is deductible. Lots of things like that. All right, so then where are the best places or where should you look to buy turnkey rentals? And as I mentioned before, you're going to want to kind of evaluate the market that you're in, if it's either linear or if it is cyclical, and decide based on that where you want to do your investing. The bottom line is that turnkey rental properties are, in my opinion, a necessary addition to your investment portfolio. And if you're interested in investing in the Midwest, I'd encourage you to reach out to me here. Phone number is 314-492-3833, extension 007. If I'm not able to answer, please leave me a message and we'll get back with you shortly. Thanks for watching.